right, to keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed in attaining all in that which is your need? To be heard by the real answerer of all deeds, the true hearer of all whom pleads. Who of you really want to bow down to the true King of Kings commanding the crown? To worship the one that ever rules alone, commanding everything of creation from the seat of its throne.
And they're gonna come for the answer.
And you know what the thing I was looking at, I had a lot of thoughts. I try not to be, well, let me not say that, because I am hard and critical at times when I think it's necessary.
No.
But I realized something. They had that march down in D.C., and I said, what have passed have passed. You know, Martin was here for his time. He did what he did. A lot of innocent people was killed so we could sit in the front of the bus, so we could drink behind Caucasian people at the water fountain, so that we could live in neighborhood, so they could pick a nigga to live in the neighborhood, because we can't. Come on. Things didn't change. If it changed, why they still singing every time Martin Luther King birthday come up, we shall overcome.
Right.
Because they know they ain't overcome a thing. You understand? Well, you overcame the small thing. White folks is going to give you the crumbs just to shut you up. But wait. Now, so you can't, like Marcus Garvey, he came with a good plan and was able to execute something. The Black Panthers, they came and was able to execute. You had people that came and was able to bring about a certain amount of change or awareness. But what has passed has passed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing stays the same. The Lord said that. Only thing only thing that's fixed is the Lord. Nothing else stays the same. Everything changes. But we as a people refuse to make the change.
Yeah.
And we get these people that want to mimic, like Farrakhan want to mimic Elijah. Sharpton and Jesse want to mimic Martin Luther King. The new Black Panther order want to mimic the old Black Panther. You got all these people that want to mimic. What worked then, but that's not working now. We got a new generation of children. Everything has changed, and we need to change with the time. And Ahezaah has given us the format. But nobody wants to take that because everybody's all about their own ego.
Yeah.
They know that what we be saying is true, but they don't want to get with it because they can't. They looking for, right. It takes away their glory and their power. So here we go, and 2000 them. I think Martin marched in
63.
63. Here we go in 2007, marching, wearing out a pair of shoes, thinking we get making fools of ourselves. I was embarrassed. It came on the screen, and I was around a bunch of mixed people, and I said, damn, I was embarrassed. You don't see Hispanic get together and march around. Gays go and march around. They give them all the respect and prompts and what have you. They ain't going to give you nothing. First of all, you go to the White House, and then you million men, and you want to atone where your people were enslaved. Okay, you go and you want to atone to, and then you don't do anything with that. Then you want to go around with picket signs talking about justice. You know you ain't getting that, because half of the people, 99% is just us up in jail, like Richard Pryor said. You understand what I'm saying? So if we don't go about with the change, we gonna say, oh, can we afford a pair of shoes?
But they looking to the wrong people for the change.
Yeah, well, you know what it is?
They looking to the enemies for the change.
Right. They still got that same habit. Please, master.
Give me some crumbs off your table.
Please.
Let me eat at your table.
Please.
Let me shine your shoes.
Now, they was down there and they just went and knocked on the door and said, I'd like to put in a lawsuit for back child support. I would have had more respect for them.
Yeah.
Because I know we all probably do some back child support.
Or I demand that we take these DNA tests and find out just about how many of us are Native Americans. We got more than 17% of our blood Native Americans, where we shouldn't have to pay for taxes and shouldn't have to pay for college and education. And should be able to go ahead and establish some things like they established the casinos and what have you. Just because we dark skinned don't mean that we should be left out.
Right. And some of them can take
there's a whole lot of things
and
that
some
could
of
be
us can
asking
take
for.
DNA.
Instead of asking and demanding and putting laws in that we stop using the N-word. Nigga.
The least thing.
That's a clown thing, man. That's a kiddish thing. You gonna rise to the top.
You got even Caucasians now calling each other that now.
Niggas,
it's a label word. You know, they didn't.
Right. But my thing is
dismiss it.
To Reverend Al
and making it important to our people.
Right.
We got some people watching this show probably say, oh, damn, shame on them. Oh, they don't understand. Hey, I understand. I ain't never been a nigga. Huh? I ain't never been in my parents didn't raise a nigga. You understand? I mean, acting like a nigga. Because in the ghetto where I come from, a nigga means an ignorant, stupid, perverted person. It ain't had nothing to do with our race. That's why we call Caucasians niggas, Hispanics niggas, anybody that was acting unruly, we call them niggas. That we been doing that in the Central Water North. You understand? Sharpton, I don't know where he coming from.
But what I want to know from them now is a lot of programs established out here. Matter of fact, they had this new place on Spruce Street, and it's never got in the neighborhood. Children do not go to these different organizations they have established.
Yeah.
Now, you have to look at what you got going on. If children is not going out to free neighborhood recreation center, you don't have that many, but the ones you have is not crowded. You don't have an
advertising. It's not even advertising.
I think you're missing the point. I think you're forgetting that all that's done for another people. I think you forget that they're remodeling and redoing North for another people.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about different organizations, not what Booker has established, but old organizations. All these organizations that was established.
They got them tied down. People that depended on government money is not getting it anymore. Now they're giving government money and giving these things to brothers and sisters that they don't know what to do with it.
Right.
Yeah. They give $250,000 to a brother out there on the streets talking about regrouping in the streets, right? Fighting the crime in the street. And they know these brothers really don't know. Somebody like me, they say, keep him out of City Hall. Keep him out of these meetings. You understand? Oh, I know about what you did. Keep him out. Why? Why keep me out? Because I'm bringing something.
Exactly.
You understand? But they let all these other brothers who really don't know. And what sense does it make if it give an uneducated brother, one who is not educated and only know about jail and the hard streets and don't really know about the history of the people he's dealing with, the real history of his enemies and what have you? What does it matter if they give him $250,000, $300,000? Huh? President Bush's wife came up in here and dropped $250,000, $40,000 on a group in this city. Where did you see the money go?
Where did I hear about it other than being told about a person?
It's small little situation. Right. But you know the thing about it is that money, you can sell your soul, man.
Oh yeah.
And but before we get too far, I just want to tell the people something that Martin said. Martin said, "We shall overcome." And had people singing, "We shall overcome." Millions, maybe billions have said, "We shall overcome." I just want you people to understand that Martin, when he said "we shall overcome," if you look in your dictionaries, I love English dictionaries because it tells me what the words we use mean. If you look in your dictionary, the word "shall" means should. Martin said we should overcome.
Right.
Damn right we should overcome. We should not have had to ever need to overcome.
Right.
You see?
That's right.
And I'm quite sure when Martin said we shall overcome, he wasn't saying we will overcome. He was saying we should overcome, but I don't think we will. And that's why he turned to Elijah Muhammad, who was speaking something more with reality, and they knew he had turned to Elijah, and then they killed him.
Right.
You people got to realize, but I understand some of you do realize it, and you're too scared to do anything about it.
Right.
You know, you look at me and you think I'm crazy for saying what I'm saying because I don't fear the government, I don't fear man, you know, because I know my Lord, and it ain't no fake. I ain't like Jerry Falwell and the rest of them jokes out there, and the reverends who become politicians and run to Washington, D.C. and make the White House greater than the Lord Most High, or the politicians, they're gods, you know, and try to get up there and they're going to rule and serve Mammon and the Lord Most High. It ain't working. That ain't me. The government know about me. The jinn know about me. The secret agencies, the secret governments know about me. You got people that they bump elbows with and keep them in check like the World Deen Muhammad and them. They know about me. And they want to stay quiet and keep them, just keep Samuel resurrected quiet. Right. Keep them down. Keep them quiet. Hopefully the people don't know. And see, they playing games with you. And they gonna keep playing games with you until all hell break loose.
That's their last fight. That's their fight for survival, to keep this word down. You know,
to keep the word
down,
because this word will kill them.
Yes.
And they know it. It'll take them all out. You understand? I hear a lot of talk, but I don't see nobody coming up to take me on in the public forum.
Right.
They can say I'm crazy all they want. They can say but let me tell you something. One thing about this government, the Caucasian and secret governments, the people who deal with the levels of the jinn, one thing about them is if they don't have an answer for you, if they got an answer for you, they can defeat you. But if they don't have an answer for you, they ain't got no answer for me, then they don't mention you.
That's it.
That's why they blacklist me and wouldn't let the news media speak about me over 7, 8, 10 years ago. Huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
And when one did speak about you,
shut them down for 2 years.
Down.
Oh, Kighty Tom,
down.
Shut her right down. Snatched and put on another station, and another brother.
And that weatherman.
Yeah.
That weather. Said, hey, there's papas out here today.
Shut him
he
down.
talking about the weather.
Shut him down.
You know, I haven't seen him since. So
they don't want it said. They don't want it spoken. But they could throw Nostradamus up. They can throw up things that they've gotten from the Divine Book of Recitation that's in the Library of Congress, and paint pictures and put it in movies and theaters. And when I tell people about it, that guy crazy talking about they talking about him and that. Yeah, right. But they preparing the people to not listen. They preparing to take them down. The devil will never change. Snakes change the skins, but do the spots change? No. They will never change.
Preparing as the economy gets harder, as the fires continue to burn in California, all the signs of natural disasters and man-made disasters.
Everything,
it's pointing to.
People just turn the people away from that reality.
And what they do, they keep throwing these people up, these jerks up on television, on different stations to try to defeat what Nostradamus prophesied, what John prophesied, trying to defeat the Bible, Revelation. You know, they ain't even speaking about Malachi. Nobody won't touch Malachi because they ain't had no answer for Elijah.
Right.
So they don't want to touch Malachi. Because if they start messing with Malachi, they have to get into the public. They have to get into what's going on now. They have to find out what nation was they talking about in Malachi. What nation that the Lord has burned, which has been burned? Huh? What nation is that the Lord turned to stubble because when it raised them up, they wasn't right with their people? They charged bad wages and what have you. We got a history with the Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir.
You understand? And that's what Malachi is talking about. And the Lord revealed that to me, and I was like, whoa, I had never thought about that. And I had to think back to the history. When the nation the brothers had all their businesses, they was giving up them bad wages, forcing brothers to take part of their pay and put it in the charity bucket and send to the masjid out of the little minimum wage, sometimes less than minimum wage. They was doing them wrong. And the Lord said it would burn them and turn them to stubble. Malachi was about Elijah when Elijah used to talk about that. When the ministers used to talk about it, it was about Elijah. And it was about the Nation of Islam, and it was about the Jews from way back when and the modern day Jews today.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what Malachi is about.
The people that followed the messenger were with the messenger, but they was wretched in their behavior. You know?
Yes, they took advantage of people.
Even to the pinpointing of the messenger going to the largest temple in this day and time.
Yes.
I had to break that down clearly.
Yes.
And I know our people hear this program and they say a lot of things. Sometimes might be far-fetched. But we always say here, investigate. Go deeper than the surface. Go beyond the surface and look into your holy books and scriptures. And go, most of all, go to your prayer cup, ask your Lord, is this man what he says is true or not? Don't be so quick to hear other people's words and say to denounce. But investigate for yourself, because you'll be judged, as we taught all the time. You'll be judged for yourself alone on the day of judgment before your Lord Most High. So, we call people all the time to this truth.
I remember I was talking to this brother in the Nation of Islam. Very well respected brother, nationally respected brother. And I was telling him about the situation that took place when I went to see Farrakhan.
Yeah.
And he couldn't believe it. And he said, there's protocol. And I explained to him how we had told him months ahead of time. Then we told him weeks ahead of time. They said, okay, come on. Made the appointments. When I got there, they said that nobody in Newark heard about me. I guess they didn't believe I was coming. They probably thought I was a madman. You understand? And and when I explained to him about the protocol and how I followed the protocol, and Farrakhan became missing in action for a week while I was there, while he was in the city, but wouldn't stand to his word to sit with me, because I had a message for him and for the nation of Islam from the Lord Most High. You understand? They the ones who proclaim that they live by the book, by the Bible, by the prophecies, and profess to be of Elijah and all these things Elijah said. So why they didn't fulfill that part of the book?
Exactly.
Why they turned me away? Why they would not even sit down with me? What were they afraid of? I remember back in the day, man, you walk up into the nation wrong, they break your neck. So how are they afraid of this one little man coming up there to Chicago? Farrakhan, as great as he is, how is it that he could turn somebody away who make a claim about being, the Lord's messenger? So then the Lord, I explained to this brother about how it was okay because prophecy was fulfilled. You say you believed in Elijah and Farrakhan. Look in Malachi when it talked about the messenger that would come to the Lord's temple in the presence of the Lord. There it is. They couldn't tolerate me. You see?
You came too right.
So the thing about it is that they might want to say that we're deep and we're like over the edge or what have you, but we are talking about actual living experiences. Just like I tell the people, Newark is a chosen city.
The Jews know this.
And just like I tell people, and just like I tell them that it's written in the Holy Quran that a battle would take place with the blue-eyed one here in the chosen city.
That's right.
And are they trying to battle against me secretly?
Yeah.
And is it a blue-eyed one? Not a Caucasian, but he got me mixed Caucasian. You understand? All this stuff is real, even if he don't recognize it.
Right.
Because you got people doing things and they don't realize what they're doing it for. But it's the same thing with masonry. You get involved in that. You go through the classes, you go through the time period, and when you get near the top, then they tell you, well, the Lord is, Allah is Lord, but you serving the devil or whomever. You know what I'm saying? It's something to think about.
Oh, yeah.
The devil was never going to be fair. Never. And then when Elijah talked about the devil, we know that the devil means doer of evil. It's a conjunction word. The doer of evil. You understand? And the devil was in men, all men. Doers of evil is in all men. Devils are in all men. But he pointed out that the devil to us was the Caucasian people. They were a greater devil to us. But he knew that there was devils inside of us. I remember you used to say that, Fat Kid used to say that he used to come in and say, who let the devil in?
That was saying he would come in.
Yeah, who let the devil in?
And people would look around.
And people would look around. But the thing about it was he was far ahead of the people. And there were certain things he couldn't tell the people. The Lord wouldn't allow him to tell the people. And just like with my own family, who I have children who disbelieve, and brothers and sisters who disbelieve, cousins and aunts and uncles and parents who disbelieve, he had people who disbelieved in his family.
Yes.
Going to their grave disbelieving. You understand? You better believe that there were people in Jesus and Muhammad's family that disbelieved.
That's right, brother.
You understand? But this thing is gonna go. And here we go coming to 2008, and they got prophecy and the Hindu prophecy about me. And when I turned 55 in 2008, then they got the prophecy about the Mayans prophecy about some things supposed to happen in 2012 on the day of my prophecy.
That's right.
The inaugural day of that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, like Allah put everything in place, his order. The Lord said, if I was to send an angel to you, I would surely send him as a man.
That's right.
So I'm sending you a man. But the people today, they want to look back. Like Farrakhan said, the final call, when they put that message after we sent them a message. We can believe in a messenger to come, and we can believe in one who has been here, but we can't believe in one being here now. Why? Because you're so wrapped up in making your money with the final call? You're so wrapped up in the glory of Farrakhan and those people? Come on. How can Farrakhan make a statement, I fear the messenger of the Lord? If someone fears the messenger of the Lord, if someone don't want to be with the messenger of the Lord, and they claim to be lordly themselves and holy and righteous themselves, they are the devil.
That's right.
They are.
That's right.
I stand and say that Farrakhan is a devil.
That's right.
Because if he wasn't the devil, he would have run to me by now.
That's right.
He would have run to me by now. I don't care about how much money he got. I don't care about how much glory he got. I'm like, he's like riches and I'm like rags. And that don't touch me. But with him controlling all on people, he should have come to me. He should have allowed me in when I came to him to at least see what message the Lord had for him. But see, he feared losing his power. Ego then gone to his head, just like he said he envied Elijah while Elijah lived. And thought that he was the one who should have been one. You think should have been the chosen. Do you think he changed? Huh?
Back to that snake and the skin thing.
There you go, man. And our people, a lady put something on the email on one of those MySpaces saying, how can a man claim to be love Elijah when he don't like Farrakhan? How could this happen? She need to, I sent her a nice 4-page letter. I haven't heard from her since. With explanation.
Did she leave an address or anything?
Oh, yeah, it's an email address. But we sent her a letter. I sent her a letter on that MySpace, It wasn't mine, But I sent her that letter because it was presented to me, and I explained to her how the Lord can be angry with one who followed its messenger.
Oh, yeah.
There were many that followed Prophet Muhammad that the Lord sent to hell.
That's right.
Because it wasn't pleased with them. Some that followed Jesus went to hell because the Lord wasn't pleased with them.
I think about the story that, about how the prophet Samuel, which is thyself, and King Saul, who disobeyed the commandment, and then Allah took him to hell because he disobeyed, not following the guidance and the order the Lord sent through his messenger to do a thing.
And Samuel said, I will come to you from the grave and take you. And he didn't believe that. And did not Samuel come to the grave and take him?
That's right.
Took him out. Took him out.
And if anything, if Farrakhan really believed in Elijah, then he automatically would have recognized.
Yeah, if he believed in Elijah, he'd have been waiting for the people. Just like Worth D. Muhammad, the Lord was so displeased with Worth D. Muhammad. I don't care about economic development. The Lord don't care about your money, don't care about your house and all that kind of stuff. You don't put nothing before the Lord. And you saying you the refashioner of the religion, and you done refashion them away from spirituality to capitalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Now, what dollar bills you gonna take to the throne of the Lord, you know, and say, well, this was my treasure, my talents on earth. How many people have he put in business? How many people have he put in homes throughout these Americas? I don't know what's going on out in Chicago. Maybe he got a select few out there that has benefited by him. Right. You understand? But to go and kiss the hand of the devil that's written about in the book of Revelation.
Yes.
The one that's in Rome.
Yes, in Rome, in the Vatican. Oh, yeah. To go kiss his ring or whatever he did, and then to represent all these Muslims here, and got people, even on these televisions, putting economic development ahead of Allah's wisdom. They turn economic development and the gains of finances into a thing they call wisdom. Yeah. When Allah will take you as a rich man and smash you out. That stuff don't mean nothing to the Lord Most High. The Lord is the one that gives you money. The Lord is the one that gives you a mind. The Lord is the one that gives you direction for economic development. The Lord is the one that gives you social development, mental development, spiritual development, emotional development. So how you gonna put that, take the Quran, throw it behind your back, and put economic development in front? But I don't care how. I know our people is hurting for money. I know our people paying, but you know, there's some favor in that. We've suffered for a long time. Native American Indians, Native Americans among the indigenous people, the Indians, and the Africans who were brought in as slaves. We have suffered for a long time. Right. They didn't mean for slavery to last like it did. Abraham Lincoln wanted to send all the blacks back to Africa. Just put them on a boat and throw them on the continent of Africa. That's what Abraham Lincoln wanted. Until he was put in a position where he had to do that proclamation, emancipation, or whatever that thing is, that constipation thing. Yeah. Because it is constipating.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And the thing about it is that people just don't understand. These people are the same. They have taken claim of this land. They took it from the original landowners or landlords, which was an indigenous people. Right. And they claimed it, and they still claim it. And they really, really didn't mean for us to still be here. They wanted us gone. And some of them will tell you themselves, they thought we would be gone. They was going to use us to build up the country, then kick us out, even if it meant us dying in the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah.
Just a temporary product, you know.
Yeah, but now the genocidal war is going on against us. That's why they could feed us them oodles and noodles and a whole bunch of other stuff that ain't right. Got us eating out of greasy spoons, fried chicken. You know, I seen a girl, she took a hamburger and put grease in the pot.
This has been the psychological mix of the genocidal fix. This has been an A.H.A.D moment to come before the storm. It's all the brother had Holy Queen Mother, Lord Holy-Apostle Deen, Brother Frank Care. Those who tune in, we thank you as always for watching this program. Tell a friend, and tell a friend again about an A.H.A.D moment to come before the storm. Urban Versity, you want to reach us at Third House, T-H-I-R-D, H-O-U-S-S-E-A.
Who of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed?